Hey guys, how's it going? It is Smalls Gaming, and in today's video, I'm gonna be recommending you guys a new game that I genuinely enjoy and that I just recently found. Well, I actually ended up finding it a year ago, but something happened to where they deleted it off the Play Store and they added it back into it. So I'm gonna show you guys all the good things about this game. So first off, let's talk about the modes. There is 8 total modes with a custom mode separately that you can play with friends or other people. So the first mode is TDM, which is basically just classic TDM that is in any FPS shooter, and the score is up to 35. There's Duel, which is basically just 1v1. Sniper Arena is just snipers only. Control, that's if Hardpoint and Domination had a baby. There's only one point on the map and you have to capture it like Domination, but you don't have to stay on it like a Hardpoint. The point changes after the timer ends, and the first player to I think 1,000 wins the game. Number 4, sorry, my bad. Mini Dom, which is basically just Domination, it's just a smaller map. Then Custom Games, which is you can create a private match with friends or join other players who've created custom games. If you played the game Critical Ops and you've seen their custom mode, it works just like that. You can create your own mode with passwords and your friends or other players can join you. Then the last 3 modes are kind of similar, but with different names. So there's Skirmish, which is a 3v3 where you have to kill all enemies. You have to win 5 rounds to win. Also, once you die, you won't respawn to the next round. Then Gunplay 3v3, you basically kill the entire team with a pistol or capture the flag at the end. 3v3, but pistols change every round. I personally think it's kind of cool. I thought it was just going to be like you pick a pistol and it was just going to be like this next mode. This next mode is actually called Sabotage. Kill the opposing team to capture the access point, just Gunplay 3v3 but with 2 extra players. Skirmish and Gunplay are just 3v3 modes, and Sabotage is 5v5, but it works just like 3v3, where if you die you won't respawn to the next round, and it's up to 4 points. Now, next off is the game itself. The game itself isn't pay to win. I looked at reviews about the game on YouTube and I heard good things about it, and it turns out they weren't lying. They are microtransactions, but you don't have to spend a single dime on the game to compete. No one wants to spend a buttload of money into a game to be able to compete with players that have spent over like $200. Look at Call of Duty, for example. iFrag, which has probably spent over $1,000 on the game. Still, many other players can compete with him, even if they haven't spent a single dime. Just the cosmetics inside Call of Duty Mobile are just cosmetic, obviously. They don't grant an advantage towards players. This game doesn't do that either. Next is that this game is a fast-paced shooter, unlike other games which are slow-paced. What I mean by that is that the game is actually pretty fast-paced, that you'll get into action pretty often. So if you die in like a few seconds, I would say like 5 to like 10 seconds, you'll be into the action right away. And this game even has a sliding mechanic, which other games really don't. This game has events, clans, and even a battle pass which you can buy. Sometimes, back to the pay to win aspect, sometimes they will show up like pop-ups in the lobby, but you can just X them out. Like they can get annoying at times, but not all the time. This game, honestly, I think is pretty fun, but there is some pros and cons to the game. I've already said a few, like this game isn't pay to win. There's a lot of fast-paced action, but there's still more. First off, or like the next point, is that there's a first-person mode inside the game. As you can see up on the screen right now, there is just a button on your HUD that you can just press, and I don't think it's an unfair advantage between players who are playing third person compared to other players that are playing actually first person. Then there's plenty of guns. There is 58 total guns, 8 pistols, 10 SMGs, 10 shotguns, 10 ARs, 10 snipers, and 10 LMGs. That's a pretty good amount of guns, but most of these guns have actually been here since the start of the game when I played it a year ago. You can also customize your guns with attachments, not as customizable like in Call of Duty Mobile, but you can change a few things, as you can see up on the screen. Then, last but not least, is that you can play with your friends. Many people like playing games with their friends, especially first-person shooters. Back last year, when everybody was online and really had nothing to do, I used to play with my friends and family members Call of Duty Mobile, and it was actually pretty fun. But now for the cons. It feels like there's a lack of maps, or the map rotation is just bad. Not all modes utilize all maps. They only use like a few, and sometimes the map rotation is bad, which means that you'll playing the same map over and over and over again. The movement can sometimes feel clunky. Sometimes when you slide and try to ADS and shoot someone, it feels really weird. Like the just the sensitivity just feels off. Next is that leveling up can sometimes feel like a hassle. You can upgrade your guns and your battle primes, which is the characters that you use, but all you have to do is just play the game, just how Call of Duty Mobile works with our guns. But sometimes it can take a while. There's over 40 levels for both the battle primes and the guns. Next is that the map rotation isn't good. You can play the same map over and over. Back to the first map where it's basically just a lack of maps. It feels like the map rotation is so bad that sometimes you'll be playing the same map over and over that it feels that there's no new maps. It feels like there's basically only like 2 maps in the game. Next is that there's plenty of guns, but it feels lackluster. Most of these guns, like I said back in my earlier point, is that most of these guns have been here since the start of the game. When I played this game a year ago, most of these guns were already there, and I haven't seen any new guns, at least from what I know. Battle coins feel useless. You can buy things in the shop with them. You used to be able to upgrade your battle primes and guns with them, which kind of sucks. I don't know why they decided to do that. I think that is a slight pay to win aspect where you have to buy these like puzzle pieces to upgrade your battle primes and your guns, which you rarely ever get. Next is that the game doesn't feel good on large maps or some medium-sized maps. The movement doesn't feel fit for it, at least in my opinion. Sometimes in bigger maps like the one you're seeing on the screen right now, you'll be running quite a bit. Not a long time, maybe like 14 seconds at most. But it just feels lackluster. It feels like you really aren't going against anybody. Now, last but not least are my suggestions for the game. There isn't a lot. One is that I wish matches were just a tad bit longer. Some people enjoy dropping a lot of kills like myself, and the most amount of kills I've seen is 24, which I have done, and under. I haven't seen anything more. Maybe make matches like 1 or 2 minutes longer. I would just say just make them a little bit longer, or just make the way you get points like a little bit slower. Maybe for TDM you can increase the points, or for like the domination or the hardpoint modes, you can maybe make where you get points a little bit slower, not as fast. And I think that's it. I would really recommend you guys to check out this game. Oh, for the battle primes, sorry. The characters that there's 10 total, and they each have unique abilities. You can see it on the screen right now. This game is honestly pretty fun. I would recommend you guys to check it out. I think this is a very underrated game. And the fact that this game isn't pay to win, like this game graphically looks amazing. This doesn't look bad. I don't think it's supposed to be a very realistic shooter like Call of Duty Mobile or PUBG. But this game honestly looks really nice. The fact that you can customize your guns, at least with some aspect, is really cool. Most games that are actually graphically good or look good, what I normally think is that they're pay to win, but this game isn't. If you guys have played this game before, or if you check it out and you like it or you dislike it, put down in the comments why you dislike it or why you like it. And if I missed any points, put them down in the comments as well. But honestly, this game is super underrated. There's only about 1 million downloads. Sometimes it feels like you're playing with bots. You should definitely get your friends on it. It's a really fun game, and it only takes 2 gigabytes, which compared to Call of Duty Mobile, which takes 10, that's a lot better, which I guess lower end devices can still play them. Not like very old like 2002 cell phones, but like this game honestly isn't bad. It performs really well, and I would really recommend you guys to put your graphics on low, or try to make it to where your phone doesn't overheat, because this game does tend to overheat your phone. And even on low settings, which I think I'm playing on right now, the game still looks amazing. Like even on even the highest graphics, like it'll still look really good. But even on low, like I'm surprised the game even looks that good. But the fact that there's abilities, all these characters that you have to upgrade, guns. One thing that I would honestly also recommend for this game to add is iron sights. Once you unlock a gun, you automatically have a magazine and a red dot equipped on your gun, or any scope equipped on your gun, and then whatever you upgrade. And you can't remove attachments, which kind of sucks. I really wish they kind of add that feature, because once you add an attachment that you don't like, you'll have to stick with it till you unlock a new attachment. But yeah, there's different abilities that you can which help you and your team win games. But on that, I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.
It's that good feeling, show me your with it. Iced out teeth, she loves when I'm grinning.
You know I'ma tell you what to do.